Hi, I'm Dave. Today I'm making a floating display shelf. It's a very simple design that you can make in one day.
These are the boards that I'm going to use to make the shelf. They're going to be sandwiched together. They're reclaimed pine from an old stage riser.
The first thing to be done is to cut the boards to size. After they're ripped, I cut one end each square and then measure for the length.
Now that the boards are cut to size, I'm going to cut grooves across them on here and here, roughly 5 inches in from the ends. That'll be to accommodate the bracket, which is made of a 3/4 inch dowel set into a base. The base is going to need to be accommodated too, so I'm going to cut another groove lengthwise here. And when we're all done with that, we'll sandwich them together to make the shelf.
Because I'm using a 3/4 inch dowel, I set the dado stack to 3/8 of an inch, half the width of the dowel. Once the boards are sandwiched together, you have a 3/4 inch hole for the dowel. I put on a sacrificial fence, raise the dado stack up to about half an inch, and run both boards through to make a pocket for the base of the bracket. Now that the grooves are cut, now it's time to glue the boards together. Now I nail the pieces together. I'm just putting in 3 brad nails. This is to keep the pieces aligned while I clamp it up. After the glue is dried, I remove the clamps. Then I measure the pocket in order to cut blocks to fill in at the ends. Piece of oak is what I'm using for the base of the bracket. I'm cutting it to size to fit into the pocket in the back of the shelf. With the base of the bracket in place, I used a technique I learned from watching Jimmy DiResta, marking with spray paint. Now I know where to drill holes for the dowels. Now I cut the dowels to length and install them in the base of the bracket. Here I'm cutting some of the remaining stock to strips about a 1/4 inch thick. I'm going to use this to trim the edges of the shelf. Now that the shelf is painted, it's just a question of finding the studs in the wall, screwing the bracket into the wall, making sure to level it, and sliding the shelf on. Then using a couple of small screws, secure the shelf to the bracket. And here's the completed shelf. It's light duty. I wouldn't keep my kettlebell collection on it, but it's just perfect for the CD player. Thanks for watching.
Hi, I'm Dave. Today I'm making a floating display shelf. It's a very simple design that you can make in one day.
These are the boards that I'm going to use to make the shelf. They're going to be sandwiched together. They're reclaimed pine from an old stage riser.
The first thing to be done is to cut the boards to size. After they're ripped, I cut one end each square and then measure for the length.